Why, look, if I'm going to get bad news, I want it from him because he's very handsome. Dr. Irwin Redlenner joins us now. MSNBC medical expert. Dr. Irwin Redlenner.
Here he became Dr. Doom.
Dr. Irwin Redlenner is the founding director of the National Center for Disaster Preparedness and senior research scholar.
Dr. Doom.
Oh, hi. Hi, Dr. Doom. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. How are you in this bright sunny day here in New York? I'm assuming the same in LA?
Yes,
No?
yes, exactly, exactly. Can I just say quickly, on a personal note, because we've talked for so long about COVID, my beloved 85-year-old brother-in-law who has leukemia just got COVID and is battling it right now. And so, how many times we can say COVID is not over, particularly for those that are compromised, correct?
The whole process of determining when a crisis like this is over, is flawed. What are we comparing it to exactly? And who are we talking about? Because if you're older, if you're at high risk because of another condition, medical condition, it is so much not over. It's so, I'm hoarse trying to explain this over and over again. And I really do wish your brother-in-law well. And it's at his age and leukemia and COVID, it's not a great combo, but hopefully he's got good docs who are doing everything that's known to be done.
Well, he is a good doc. He was an orthopedic surgeon, so yes.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, and no, he's so far so good. Let's just, but please, all the love and light from my family that you haven't already sent. We appreciate everything we can get this week. So, Doc, speaking of, and by the way, my nerves could not take you with missile strikes near you in Ukraine last week. I was like, not this week. You said a wild couple of hours in a shelter where we heard and felt missile impacts, but not as distressing as seeing Russian destruction, or especially hearing horror stories of severely injured children in Lviv hospital, is just an ongoing nightmare, right?
It's a nightmare, and I'm worried that it's a nightmare that is now stalemated. The military actions, the strategies, the weaponry, the entrenchment of the Russian soldiers makes this a very, very difficult military situation right now. And, we brought over a couple of doctors from Ukraine to get special advanced training at Montefiore Medical Center in New York. And we had dinner with them last night. They are so strong, Stephanie. No matter what is going on, they're resilient. They don't even want compromise with Russia. They want the Russians off of every square inch of Ukrainian territory. And, the West's support of Ukraine is essential, obviously, and they're very grateful, and they're very, very locked into this. We got to get these Russians off our land. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Doc, I'm hoping you didn't have time to watch this stupid town hall that Trump, the about to be third time arrested Trump did with Hannity. And they're just, I think that anyone claps for anything he says is the most horrifying thing. But just this whole, it solved this Ukraine crisis in 24 hours. I just tell Zelensky, no, enough. I'm like, really? No more? He said something like, no more. Really? No more? Defending your country from a unprovoked terrorist attack? I mean, and people just clap like, really? You think how he would solve it in 24 hours is just giving Ukraine to Putin? I mean, it's
no. This is the largest terrorist attack in modern history, bar none. Yeah. And people don't understand this point that was emphasized over and over again. Putin is an autocratic, cruel dictator, and he has to be stopped there in Ukraine. He's America's advanced frontline troops, in essence. And I think we should look at it that way. It's not, as he pointed out a year ago or less than a year ago when he was in Congress, don't look at this as charity. Yeah. We're taking on a defined mortal enemy of the West. in fighting off Putin's advances.
I hate to do this to you, but I have to play James Comer, who is leading these ridiculous nothing burger look over here hearings about Hunter Biden. Just listen to what he said yesterday.
Now we're focused on Ukraine, we're focused on Russia, we're focused on a few new countries that I don't think anybody knew about that we're starting to realize that they were receiving money from. All these countries are adversaries of the United States. All these countries are countries that have reputations for corruption.
Yeah. All these Ukraine and Russia are adversaries of the United States. I mean, what do you do with an entire party that has a leader like that is such an idiot?
You know, Stephanie, I wish this wasn't a family show, and I could actually have a frank
I can't lose
conversation.
my mom and my FCC license in the same
No,
week,
you
but
can't.
trust
You
me.
can't. And believe me, I would never take responsibility for anything like that. But I would like you to at least imagine what our conversation would be like.
Yes, I can.
Okay, the Hunter Biden thing is a phenomenal distraction. I don't care, and the country should not care about Hunter Biden and whatever it is they're trumping up there, so to speak. But I do, you know, the Republican theoretically leaders who are promoting this and claiming it to be the most important issue on the planet are nuts, and they're liars, just like their leader, Donald Trump. It's just absolute crock of BS that nobody should tolerate. They should be laughed off the stage, and they get applauded.
Yeah.
Why do they get applauded? They go to MAGA venues.
Yeah.
And they're loaded with some of the, 30 million or whatever it is, people who still support Donald Trump no matter what. Did you ever think of Trump's prophecy that I could go out into Fifth Avenue in New York City and kill someone and it wouldn't detract from his popularity? Remember that?
Yeah.
Certainly came true.
That was a comment on the stupidity of his base, which he knows. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, unless you want to bet behind closed doors, he's like, watch these suckers. Give me more money more lawyers because of more crimes that I committed. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I commit a crime and my popularity goes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does anyone explain that? And I think it's beyond stupidity.
Yeah.
It is stupidity.
Yep.
Stupidity, but the issues of the forces that put people in cults, in outright cults, are behind a lot of this fervent support that this guy gets. It's striking to me.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is why we need more Dr. Redlenners. You said just returned from Ukraine, visiting more than 20 programs. UkraineCap.org supports. Ukrainians are strong, deeply grateful for the support from the West, and amazingly resilient, being there heartbreaking and hopeful. That's what you do for all of us, is make us hopeful that there are more people like you out there. UkraineCap.org is how you help. And Doc, thank you for staying safe. Mommy's nerves, thank you. Please stay safe.
Thank you, guys.
Love you
Good
so
stuff.
much. All right, honey. There he goes.
Bye.
Hero. We were holding out for a hero, and there he is.